I've circled here because this is the area that we're talking about. This is our conditioned thinking, our personal thinking, our habitual thinking. The bit across the top we'll come on to in a minute after we've talked about them 3 bits there that seem to make our life so hard. And last week, as a question, I asked everybody to give me their words of self-sabotage. So I've actually collected them in little bubbles, little self-sabotage bubbles. And actually, I was a bit disappointed because I actually said, "Can you give me your self-sabotage words and aim them at me to knock me away from my true nature?" And when I was reading them, I was quite sad. I'm joking, by the way, but actually I thought, God, if I was listening to all these things, I would show up in the world in a sort of more negative space. And that's what we do to each other, actually do to ourselves. So I put this up, and it's that I'm not good enough. So this is all aimed at me, by the way. He's all aimed at me. So thank you, the ones that contributed. Again, I'm joking. But I'm not good enough. I'm not worth it. I'm useless. I will fail. These are real. I've not made these up. These came from the chat. I am a failure. I will fail. I'm a fraud. No one likes me. I can't do it. I put others first. I am pathetic. I don't deserve it. I won't do it. Why bother? Nothing really matters. I won't get what I want. No one cares anyway. Everyone else is better. I am bad. I won't get it. I won't achieve it. Ian is wonderful. I put that in just to defend against all the other ones. As a joke. Ian's true nature, playfulness, joy, inner peace. I don't see any of them thoughts. They still come into my head, but they're transient. I understand the transient nature of thought. So why would I listen to it? Especially when it's been conditioned from the age of 0 to 7. Or we're going to talk about the age of 0 to 16 in a minute. And that makes total sense to me. That the word we tend to use, or words we tend to use, is life on your terms. You're living life on your terms now, to the best of your ability. Whereas before, before, if you show up in the world expecting someone else to make your terms for your life, then that's a dangerous game to play, isn't it? Especially if it's taken advantage of. If that makes sense.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's a great song, great words, and I think we all can relate to it. I think we all can relate to second chances. Now, this doesn't have to be like, I was stuck for years, and that's a big second chance, and I'm grabbing it with both hands. This is just like, and I can't go back there. Once you, like Lou said, once you see the world differently, you wouldn't go back there, would you? You wouldn't go back to that place. You just wouldn't do it. And that's all the insight is. But it doesn't have to be a massive insight of overcoming something. It can be something really simple. It can be minute by minute. It can be hour by hour. That sort of insight that's going to just change your world. If you think, every time you fall off the keto wagon, there's a second chance to come back on it again. I'm really enjoying being. And that's why I think I'm struggling to get my words out, because I'm totally in ketosis at the moment, and it's probably the first real ketosis I've had since Christmas. And what I learned was maybe whereas it seemed easier last time to get into ketosis, this time it didn't seem so easy. But it's you can always have a second chance. With no therefore, don't beat yourself up. Never beat yourself up. I looked at all them bubbles there and I took them personally. I did. I tried to take them personally. And I could feel myself going, okay, that could hurt, but I can't do it. Like I say, I can't do anxiety anymore. I can't take on made up stuff. Totally made up in our thinking. Oh no, I put a note here. I changed the word grateful. You know how people say, oh, have gratitude, be grateful for stuff. But I changed it towards great, because I thought, you have to feel great to move on and do things from a better place. And I was grateful. I was full of great. Because I seen the twins from a distance, and I got some keto cheesecakes as well, because my daughter made them. I'm getting some work done on my website, which is absolutely stunning. I've launched my YouTube channel with my son, so we're bonding like crazy, doing that, making videos and stuff. And it's giving free content to anybody who wants to see it. I feel good about that. I feel good about my family, my friends, new and old. It just feels great. Just feels great. It's a play on the word grateful. I don't have to do any gratitude journals. That's the first time I've even just stepped back. And I'm looking forward to relationships, connections and everything. I don't even think about the COVID thing. Really, it doesn't take me away from that. I wrote this down on a card. I'm going to read it because it's got to be worded quite the right way. Just let this sink in. Let this go in, like all the negative clouds that we put in. Just let this go in. How easily we accept that something can change us, and how difficult it is for us to accept that we can change something. And that's what I mean by the second chance. You've got a second chance to change something, but we say, well, we can't do it because of this, because of this, because of this. But actually the thing that made us change in the first place is, oh, they did that. Boof, I'll take that one. Thank you very much. I'll take that on board. Yeah, I'll take that on board. Well, why don't you just be grateful for stuff? And why don't you just look down this road? Just get into a better feeling, get into some momentum. No, it's too difficult to do that. It's too difficult. I don't know why we do that, apart from obviously the fear and the conditioning and the personal thinking. But if you just talked in feeling, I want to feel better, what do I have to change? What do I have to change?